Can you remember a time when you met that person that truly blew your mind? A significant other that you could only dream about, and you found them. That's the way I felt when I found this machine right here, and I cannot wait to explore it with you. This is one of the coolest pieces I've seen in a long, long time. As I briefly overview it, you'll see yourself that it is dynamically created by a craftsman or craftswoman out there. It's pretty much all wood except for the hammer and the anvil itself. There's some, knick-knack stuff like nuts and bolts and nails and things of that nature on there that are metal, but for the most part, it's wood. It's a little power hammer. It's a little tinsmithing hammer, nail maker's hammer, something similar. Somebody created this that cared about what they were doing, that were passionate about life, passionate about their work. Here I am just exploring the functionality of it for the first time. You and I together, checking it out, mano a mano. And like all things that have oil holes, it's always good to add a little oil in there. And after I did, it just spun like the wind, as you'll see in a video in just a second. Look at the date, 1936 to 1871. I think that may be backwards. And then it's posted again inside the box. And as I look at the box, the pine on that box doesn't look like it's necessarily real old. So I'm not really sure the significance of that date. But it's there nonetheless in 4 different locations, including right there on the top of the hammer. It's really hard to articulate for me how unique this thing is. I think the wheel must have been off of a boat or something, like a ship's wheel, like how you turn it right and left. And then they modified it into this power hammer. Or maybe they made it original. I don't know. The person that made it is long gone by now. Look at how amazing this tensioning spring mechanism is. This is how you create more force on the hammer itself as it pounds down on that anvil. It's all wood. It's lovely. It's truly lovely. Now, this is how you would adjust what I would call the sow block, forward and backwards, I guess, based on the material that you're working and where you want it to hit on the anvil itself. And then there's this little hook-type wooden mechanism with a spring that will hold the hammerhead up out of the way for storage, I would guess. Look at these bearing towers. These are great. They're all wooden bearing towers. Uniquely carved by someone who obviously had skill and passion. Now, here's the one thing that blows my mind. This arm, couldn't tell you what it's for, couldn't tell you what the purpose is. I'm stumped by this. I actually need your help figuring out what this is, because I think without the knowledge of knowing the functionality of this, the hammer itself is a little incomplete. So if you know or you have an idea, please let me know so that I can share with everyone. I can't get enough of this thing. I love the color of the paint. I love the way it smells. I love the way it functions. I love the way it sounds as it's working. You hear a lot of the wood creaking and cranking, and it's just a delicious piece. Truly delicious. It's new to me, and when something's new to me, I got to figure out how it works. I got it spinning here like a sewing machine almost. Just look at the way that thing continues to spin on and on and on. And it's all wood. The shaft is wood. Now, I haven't engaged the hammer yet, which I'm doing now. But just as it's free spinning, say it's in its idling gear, it just moves so symphony, ballet-like. I'm adjusting the tensioning spring here, as if I know what the different settings would be, but I'm trying it out. Oh, that is so cool. So freaking cool. You can tell it excited me there. Amazing. I really am amazed by this.
Cool.
That is mesmerizing. Wow. This is really an amazing piece. Okay, this is truly a remarkable piece. Like, I'm mesmerized by this thing. But one thing that I can't figure out is what this silly arm does. It has this like little ball thing on the end of it, and it articulates perfectly around this machine. It has this handle that lifts up and down, but I'm really not sure what in the world it does. It doesn't hook to anything. It doesn't look like it attaches anywhere. Maybe it's a brake. Let me see something. Is this a brake? Maybe it's a brake. Does that make sense to you guys? I don't know. It lifts up and down like this, right? This is the only thing that's just puzzling me like big time is this piece and what its function is. Other than that, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. This is one of the coolest pieces I've ever seen.